Alright, hello and welcome back. It's still summer here on Medieval Dynasty. Uh, One thing that I wish we could do is name our village. That's not in the game, so we can't do that. But one thing I am going to do here is grab a bit of straw because we're going to need it for the roof of the building that we've been working on. I want to do a few things in this episode. I know I keep talking about format and what I have in mind, but um, at the end of the day, we basically a lot of things need to happen, and so whether we zoom through them or not is what it all kind of comes down to. What do you guys want to see? And that can be frankly hard to say or hard to decide because I want this to be essentially a tutorial kind of playthrough, and I want people to be able to follow along. So I don't want to zoom past too much. But one thing I was thinking, like for example, we have a mission to complete quests for our neighbors. So I was thinking maybe I'll show you how to find one of those quests, how to complete one as long as it's, something I can attain in a short amount of time, and then we can always, I can do a few off camera, but you'll still understand how it's done because I will have done one on camera. Hopefully that makes sense. So I don't want to spend a ton of time doing essentially more of the same. You've seen me chop down trees and you've seen me work on buildings. So I think what I'm going to do I have any food here? There's some berries. I might run down to the house real quick and grab a little bit of food and then get our food boosted up before I go run into town. It's one of the tricky things you need to balance in the game. We should have some of our cabbages, which I don't want to eat a ton of them because the immediate... Oh, maybe I left those up in the barn. The immediate benefit that you get from the cabbages... let's just go ahead and eat this oat roll before it goes bad. The immediate thing that you get from the cabbages isn't as much as if you make pottage or potage. So, you have to balance that out. So, all right. So where am I going? Why am I going there? Sorry. Sometimes I need to force myself to slow down a little bit. So if you hit the escape, nope. If you hit the tab key and pull up your menus here, you can go to the map. And in the map, I think I showed you before, we can hit this and see the wild animals. But another thing you can look for is if you scroll in a little bit, you can see these exclamation points. Those are missions. Now, there's the main mission is this bright yellow exclamation point. That's the main quest target. But there's these smaller ones. So let's go to Borowa, our little closest neighboring town here, and we'll stop in there and see what that job is. I don't know how much you guys want me to reveal that are things that you wouldn't know at this point in the game. I'll give one little hint. Sorry. If you want to make a bow, you can. There are places you can buy bows, but if you want to make one, I'm pretty sure you have to get linen thread all the way up here. It's either Tutki or Rolnica. But there's a way that you can find that out. And when you meet somebody, you can talk to them and ask them where certain things are. I know we're already in like the 4th or 5th episode, so I probably should have showed you that earlier. Because it's a really good way so that you can say like, I unlocked the whatever building, maybe you unlock the goose hut, the goose home, and you're like, okay, I want to do that. Like the reason I want to get a bow is because I want to be able to hunt and get a surplus of food. When you get a surplus of food, you can start hiring workers. I don't want to bring workers in and have them starve and leave, right? That wouldn't help anybody. So you can follow once you get here, you can see this exclamation point. The person that I'm going to is probably her right here.
Hello, traveler.
So, can I help you with something? I'm thirsty, missing the main ingredient, berries. Okay, easy. So, she wants how many berries? Journal should say berry juice. This will expire this season. She needs 15 berries. Okay, that should be fairly easy. Did we see any coming in? Aha, perfect. So, there you go. This, see how easy this one is? I was done that fast. So maybe I will go ahead and try to do another one on the recording. One thing I wanted to show you too within, you don't know what they're going to tell you. So they could have given me a much more challenging task. But picking those berries was fairly easy. But if you go to this management one, which is kind of like an overview, we don't have any people yet, but they would be here. It shows you your buildings that you have, your farm fields, animals, and what people need. But if I look over here, see, I have no demand because I have no workers. But we're still at 3 out of 5 buildings. The dynasty reputation has to be a certain point to be able to build more buildings, and it would be really nice. I doubt any devs are watching this, but if any devs are watching, it'd be nice to be able to click to know like what the dynasty reputation needs to be for that building limit to go up. So let's go ahead and look at our map here and see. So we're at Borowa. We could either go over to Gostovia or we could go to Baranica. I think I'm going to go ahead and run up to Baranica because we haven't been there yet on the recordings. And one of the things I wanted to, maybe I'll just tell you about it. Maybe I won't go all the way up there. They have, gosh, I'm tired already. You cannot sprint very far without getting tired. So up a little bit past here, somewhere up maybe here-ish, somewhere up here north of Baranica is a mine. Now, I might, I don't think you can find mines with the map key. Herald Quest, buildings, houses, extraction, mine. Yeah, that's only if you've built a mine. Animal husbandry, production, services, storages, traps, wild animals. Okay, yeah. So they don't have it, but there's like 3, maybe 4 mines around the map. This would be an interesting place to build. See, I really want to buy a bow. Oh yeah, and don't run past the bison if you don't have a weapon because they will charge if you upset them. Okay, you see these tents down here? Those are bandits. It's a bandit camp. I don't see any bandits actively here. There is a Wyzant. I don't know if it would charge me being here or not. It might, and so you'll get to see that if it does. Okay, there's a stick. That's not what we're looking for. Okay, here. A bronze axe. That's very good for us at this stage. We might even find a bow here. So you can open the sacks, like I got a pair of shoes. This rot, you might think, why would you want rot? But actually, that we can turn into fertilizer. Oh, beetroot seeds, perfect. Clay, horseshoes, onion seeds. Oh, that's a nice find. Anything in this one? Sometimes you have to look pretty close. Like, this is showing up the stick, but there's also an iron knife right there. An iron knife will be super helpful. Firewood is good. And we're going to be over encumbered soon, so I'll have to... Oh, fur shoes. Very good. That'll be helpful for wintertime. What else does it give us? A bag we can take for planting. This is one of the reasons why you want to make sure that you roam the map and not just stay on your own area. Look at that. Why is it bugging out at me? Okay, so we are like 7 pounds too heavy. So maybe this janky broken spear we can get rid of. That's 1.5 pounds. Our wooden hose, not that bad. You kind of have to decide, you know, what things are worth keeping. Like these iron horseshoes are 12, so those are pretty problematic for where we're at here because we can't really use them and they're taking up a lot of weight. But we'll just kind of keep that in mind that we have that. Later on in the game, you might have storage areas and other places, or, you know, maybe eventually we'll have an animal that we can put the iron horseshoes on. But for right now, we'll just try to slowly make our way up here. But you definitely don't want to just stay in your little settlement. I mean, the game is essentially built that you can't do that. But we got beetroot seeds, which unfortunately we would plant beets in the spring, and we just went past the spring. So that's a little bit frustrating. See that little pigeon? We could shoot that if we had a bow. Alright, so a few things I'll teach you here. We want to look for the quest, but before we do that, let's talk to this woman. So she's 19, so we have the option to romance. Oh, she's married. Well, anyways, you can go to small talk and ask people things. But I wanted to show you this tool right here. It says, where can I find? And so that way, if we're looking for a hunting vendor so that we can buy a bow, we go here to hunting, hunter, and it says Lesnica and Tutki. Okay, and then we look on our map and we can see Lesnik is all the way down here and Tutki's up there. So that's only, you know, we're already, from our settlement to here, we're like halfway to Tutki. If we wanted to just go and buy a bow, that would be a terrible idea. But let's see if we can find the person who is supposed to be here with a mission for us. Looks like this guy right here. So we'll click on him, say, can I help you with something? Do you happen to have any seeds? I'm making a little garden, could really use some. Okay, so what kind of seeds does he want? Because we just got those seeds, we might have them. He needs, go to the journal, to the side quest, little garden. So 2 beetroot seeds and then 2 carrot seeds. So I don't think we can buy seeds here. We're going to have to go all the way over to Gostovia to get 2 carrot seeds. And you know what? I'm going to try to sell some of the stuff that I have that's weighing me down. At this stage, as silly as it is, I think I might sell the horseshoes just because I can't really use them. Which, by the way, don't hit the button on that and accidentally steal. Okay. So show me your wares. We're going to sell this beer bottle because we don't need a beer bottle right now. I see berries are not worth very much, so it takes a ton for that to sell those, so I wouldn't bother. Clay we don't need right now. We'll need that later. Feathers, we definitely will take the money. Firewood is a little bit questionable because it's 3.6. It might be worth selling. That's kind of up to you. We have those fur shoes, and we have Rasamir's shoes, so that might be something. I mean, these are worth 85 coin. At this stage of the game, that could be really good, but I'm going to sell these iron horseshoes for now. They don't give you anything for rot, so you can't sell that. We'll keep our simple bag. It doesn't weigh very much. Stone axes, since they're easy to make, you can see that this one's worth 20, so I think I'm going to go ahead and sell that stone axe. We could easily make another one if and when we need it. Because we looted this bronze axe, we'll make that what we use. So actually, I think I'm going to sell this stone axe as well. Now we're under our weight limit and we have money, so we can go buy the carrot seeds and then run back here. So you can see how there's a difference between the effort level in these two. The one I just walked over and got some berries and was able to earn my dynasty reputation right away. And this other one, we're going to have to run all the way down there, buy carrot seeds, and bring them back. And carrots, you actually plant in 2 different seasons. You can plant them in the spring and the winter, which reminds me, we need to make sure that we plant cabbages with the cabbage seeds that we have, because cabbages are summer and winter crops. No, I lied. Cabbages are spring and summer crops. So you can tell, I've whined about this enough already, but you can tell that having a horse is a huge advantage in this. So we'll go ahead and eat some of these berries just because we can. Another purpose for the berries that we may do is so that we don't have to spend a bunch of money on fertilizer. We can actually save up berries and let them rot. Now it takes at least a season, I think maybe 2, but you kind of let it rot, and then you get the rot and turn it. You go to your barn, which is one of the reasons why we built our barn already. You can convert the rot into fertilizer. So if you do that a few times, you go and get, I think it's 10-to-1 is the ratio. So if you get, let's say, 400 berries, you'll be able to convert that into 40 fertilizer, which you've seen the size of our plots. So for the effort, for the work of a few minutes, you can really be in good shape. Okay, this is great because we'll be able to, I thought there was going to be another piece there, but we'll be able to take and thresh that grain at our barn, and we'll have wheat seeds to plant. That we plant in spring and autumn, so we'll be able to put those in the autumn. See how we're getting a nice little bit of momentum, I guess you'd say. All right, Edwin, we need carrot seeds from you. All right, we need 2 for the quest, but maybe we'll get like, let's see, maybe we get like 12. We can have 10 then for us. What would that cost us? That would be 90. Maybe we go, let's go 14, then that gives 2 for us. So that's not too bad.
Goodbye.
I know I'm gonna regret not buying something else. There's gonna be something I'll be like, why didn't I just buy that while I was there? Stop by and grab a snack. We can eat some more of these. This helps with both food and water, so it's a good one-stop shop. And they're free. You get them all summer long. There's one of these herbs helps with stamina, and I never remember which one it is. This St. John's wort is for poison, but one of the, like, dandelion or Daisy, something like that helps with your stamina. I need to check my notes and see what that is. Here we go. Let's see. Let's try dandelion. What does it say? Health, 15% less stamina consumption. There we go. Get some more of those. Okay, and it's only 40 seconds, but if we're sprinting back up there, we can just, if you watch the green bar, it's still going down, but it's going down slower. They don't stack, so you just have to watch the other little meter. When you get tired, we'll stop. There's a lynx. Man, I wish I had a bow. There's so much good hunting in this little area here. I want to explore the woods to the north of our settlement once I get a bow. I was really hoping we would find one at that bandit camp we stopped at. That would have been great. The deer do not aggro on players, but the wisent will, or the bison, is that we call them in English. And yes, if you were wondering, the Europeans do have bison before the American buffalo. Okay, the other thing we need to be keeping our eyes open for is clay. We don't need it right now, but we're going to need clay deposits. We're going to need, see, we have water. We're working on getting sustainable food. Oh, what is this? How far off am I? Did I go crooked or just... I'm a little to the east of it, but one thing I thought about doing with this save that oh, here's a cart. Maybe there's some goodies here. I always like to stop at these, even if it's not something I think I'll need. Like, I don't need wool right now. We don't have a spinner. We can't really do anything with it. But I like to have it on hand. I also might ask them where I can buy a donkey while I'm here. But first I want to turn this in. Wasn't it this guy? Here are the seeds. Okay, we got coin. Now we just need to successfully flirt. I would say
Hello,
she's
traveller.
too young.
See you soon, sir.
She looks married. She's 30. Small talk. A little too young.
Goodbye.
Okay, fair. And
A newcomer. Pleasure
she's...
to meet you. Take care.
Hey,
What
old
about you?
friend.
Romance? So you're married at 19.
Goodbye.
Okay, fair. I guess this isn't the village for me to find somebody to flirt with. Maybe her. Are you the goat farmer?
Greetings, stranger.
25. Sorry, but I'm married. Travelers that sit by the campfire might be interested in someone like
Goodbye.
me. Okay, I've already been there, so that's not great. Sun's headed down. Are you serious? Could I have shopped right here?
Greetings, stranger.
No, it won't let me buy from him. Where can I find donkeys? Tutki. Tutki's the only place?
Have a good day.
Interesting. Okay, let's look on the map. Tutki is over here where we could also get a bow. Now, I think you need a stable to be able to buy a donkey, and I don't think we have unlocked that yet. We are at 61 farming out of 2,000. Oh no, that's the horse stable. The donkey shelter is at 250. So we're like a quarter of the way to getting a donkey. So I think I might forego at this point. Now, if I don't know if you noticed, but when I was talking to, I think it was this person, it said I could. Oh,
How are you?
oh, you're already married.
Goodbye.
You talked to her. I think when I was talking to this person, she said there was a thing there that said I could invite her to my settlement. Now, if we go to management, you can see we don't have any workers. We don't have any. I'm the only population, but I could either have her assign her to live with me. Well, I don't think it'll let me assign her to live with me unless you're married, but I could build a second house and assign her to live there, and then I could invite a man and have those two live together. So then I would have two workers. Um, and you can see it's counting the third building. It's counting the resource storage, even though I didn't finish that building yet. So for better and for worse, that's how it's set up. I was really hoping, check out that eagle walking there. If I had a bow, I would shoot you. If I what I was hoping is that I would be able to either. Is this the one that we checked on the way out with the wool? Yeah, I think so. I want to get back before it gets dark. You can build a campfire and simulate through the night when you're out in the wilderness, but I'd rather just run home. Oh, let's go ahead and eat some dandelion. What do we have that can be planted in summer? We would have cabbage seeds. Oh, that's the only summer planting is cabbage. Everything else is spring. There's only 2 crops in the autumn. Oh, geez, I hope I'm not too far off. Okay, I need to turn a little bit. So this is like the swamplands. There's a main quest mission up there. I won't give that away in case I end up doing it on the recording. You can spear big animals like deer, but it helps to have multiple spears. And I don't really want to do that. I think I did that in one of the early episodes anyways. Okay, let's eat more. Another dandelion. Oh, here we go. Here's a cart. And sometimes in these little rocks, you'll find things stowed away. So leather, not great. We could have definitely done better on our find. I wish that home showed up on your compass. I mean, eventually I'll know my way around. Is that another Wisent? Well, that's good that they're close once we get... Actually, they might be even better to hunt with spears. I could do that in one of these episodes. So I know this was a little bit different. We roamed around the map and found some things and did 2 missions. So, but it's the same amount of time, you know. An in-game day is an in-game day. We'll get some fertilizer and get some cabbages planted. What do you think? Could we get them in tonight? Maybe. We have 20 cabbage seeds, so we can basically double that. We only have 2 beetroot seeds left. I should have bought more. That's going to be silly. But, I mean, you can just slowly build them up over time. We have firewood and leather and some extra stuff here. that we can put in the other building once we get it done. I'm going to put the wheat and the wheat grain here, so we can thresh, pardon me, this stuff right over here. Do we want to put the cabbage? Oh, I forgot to look and see if we have fertilizer. I want to put the rot in here as well. We do not have any fertilizer. Okay, well, we can't plant anything until we get fertilizer. So let's see if it's time to sleep yet. Usually it has to be a little bit darker than this, so we can figure out what we want to do. 32 minutes. I will eat maybe a few of these. I'm also going to put my firewood in here. Poisoning. Okay. That was unexpected that it was going to just randomly give me this in the evening. But okay, if you eat some mushrooms, you'll get poisoned, and it makes your screen blurry, and you could die. So don't do that. But you can also eat the St. John's wort to reverse the symptoms. So get a little bit more of these. Guess we could. I don't know that we need stones for the building that we're currently doing, but we could definitely use sticks. And maybe next episode, next in-game day, we'll hop over. Oh, look at that. We got a level. We could hop over and finish the resource building. I can't remember how we make a water. What is it called? A water something or other. Because you can make a bucket in. Anyways, I don't want to get people in my settlement if I can't give them, if I can't provide water for them. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I think I'm just going to go ahead and end this episode here. Shoes, fur shoes. We'll keep the sticks on us. I think we'll end it here, and we'll try to get that resource building finished, and eventually we'll get enough dynasty reputation that we can have more buildings, and then we can build a second house and start having some friends over. Once we get people working for us, with us, that will make the progression graph take off. So stick around for that. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Blue Valley. I play simulation games, including Medieval Dynasty. Bye for now.